Welcome to Penny's Hot Rod and Custom. This is Derek speaking. Today we are going to, I've already taken the front bumper off, but change the rad support system here. It's pretty mangled up and kind of a hokey pokey patch, and you can see someone's torched out the middle. And I've got one that's in very nice shape to replace this, so I figured we may as well do it right. It drives me nuts seeing crappy stuff like this, but not everybody can do it, so you do what you can do. So I guess I'll have to get a drill and start drilling out all these spot welds. There's probably about 100 more spot welds to drill out. I'll at least get it started, and then hopefully when I get that started, one of the other guys will show up in a day or so, and then they can help me, because the other guys are all busy today. So yeah, I guess we get to work and ripping this Falcon apart. It is a nice car. Can't wait to drive this one. And we are going to just put a little 302 in this standard. We love to make this thing a gasser, but the problem is I don't know how well that's going to go through getting a safety in Manitoba. I've never had this car under my name, and it's got to go for a safety. So they're kind of picky when you do stuff like this. So maybe something down the road, if we get it under one of our names and we still like it and don't want to make a gasser, sure, we could go ahead and do it that. Because since the VIN number is already under our name, then, but time will tell. You can see I got the front fenders off. I will show you the inside of the fenders. One's pretty bad, but it doesn't matter. I have another set of fenders for this. So now I got all these spot welds I gotta take out. So I just really quickly just took a wire wheel just over the paint, and that way you can see where the spot welds are. A lot easier to see. So now it's just a good old drilling spot welds out, or grind them down a little bit. If I don't want to hurt this metal, I don't care about this metal, but there's a lot of them, I'm not gonna lie. So I guess we'll start drilling some spot welds. I'd say after about 15 minutes, I've been taking my time. And I've got these guys undone. I didn't have to rip all this all up completely, you know. You just take your time. It's not going to happen right away. And if you go through here, no big deal. We can always weld that up. Just remember, it's metal. You can weld it. And we're not building a show car here, so this car is going to be a daily driven. Like all my other cars. I love driving my old cars around. To me, it's almost like a punishment if I have to drive a new vehicle, especially in the summertime. You know, there's nothing wrong with new vehicles, but I like driving my old vehicles. So I've been driving my Satellite and my Mustang, and hopefully my Dart should be on the road pretty soon. But I was hoping to have the little Falcon on the road this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. But see, you just take your time at it and drill it. And I had an old Englishman that taught me how to do body work, and one of the big things was patience. Doesn't happen right away. And always take your time, take measurements, and I did take measurements square just to make sure the body's fairly straight. It's within 1/8 of an inch, so that's fine. I've always told Longview and Whistling 1/4 of an inch, you're fine. So I guess I'll go clean up some more spot welds and we'll start taking that out. I believe this whole front will be taken right out. And luckily, like I said, I've taken measurements down here too. These frame wheels have never been damaged or anything, so as long as I know they've never been damaged, I don't need to brace it up. If they have been some sort of twist and damage or rotten, I would be putting bracings in here, but yeah, I'm fairly confident it's pretty good. So, alright, I'll go find some more spot welds and we'll go from there. About another 15 minutes. I took my time, drilled all that out, and popped out very nicely. We are going to replace some of this because I don't like this either. It's kind of a butchered job, whoever did that, but whatever, we're going to fix it. I've got a panel for here, but now what we got to do is drill all these guys out, and some in there, and then we can open that up and bring this whole front right out in one piece. That's my goal, to bring this out in one piece. I have done these where I've taken out in one piece. I think there's a bunch of holes we got to drill underneath, but this side's not going to be fun because someone's little patch. This side should be not too bad. How that front got so mangled up, I have no idea. But that's just a little quick preview for you guys to see. You take your time. Do an oversize and just snap, and they come apart pretty easy. Okay, after a little while later, I was able to split this one, this and this. But I originally wanted to take this out in one piece, but I don't think I'm going to. Just because I don't care about this metal, but I want to save this metal. I don't want to hurt that, because that's the part that's going to stay. So, just to make my life a little easier, I'm just going to snip this, snip there, that way that comes off. And then I got to get into some rivets back there. So I think when I do it, I'm just going to kind of king can this piece out, so that way I can get it out for spot welds. I don't want to hurt the metal that's staying on the car anymore as it is. I want to salvage it as much as possible. So, and yeah, could do it. It's just gonna take me a little while, but I figure I'll just bloop, get rid of that piece and I'll go from there. Hopefully, I would like to get this off today. That's my goal. Later on we'll go look at the other piece. It's in nice shape too, so. Alright, now you can see why I wanted that off, so that way I can work around here a little bit better. And that way we can have it perfect when we put the new piece on. And you can see I didn't really do any damage here. That can be easily ground down and a little bit of dollying. This side, like I said, we're going to change this side. That's too ugly for me. I can't accept that. And these guys will straighten out. I think they're your strut arms. I believe that's what's correct. And we'll straighten those up and weld any little cracks up. That's no big deal. Not the end of the world. And I guess we'll get back to getting this piece off. That's the last piece. And then after that we can start cleaning up things. And then we gotta clean up the other rag cradle. And then we can just kind of slide it in to make sure it fits and have a brand new front end almost. Well, rag cradle support. Alright, after another 10 more minutes, I drilled this side out. I'll straighten this all out when it's out. But this is the why I wanted to take this apart. Like you can see it's ripped there. And this side's even worse. It's all ripped. Like this is all part of your front end structure. So that's got to be fairly safe. You know, you don't want that front end wobbling all over the place. So I don't know how that got ripped, but we'll fix it. So now all I'm going to do is the same thing on the other side and do those welds. And I believe I got these spot welds here, just on this part here, and I think we should be able to slide this piece out. That's the plan. And get this ugly looking piece out. Oh, just want the car to be safe. You know, I've driven enough crappy vehicles in my life, so you do something right. Okay, finally, after about a couple hours at my pace, I don't work that fast, so I think this guy's gonna come off. Hopefully. Oh, maybe I still have a couple more. Oh, there we go. That's the old ugly piece. And it's ugly. I hate that. But what we'll do, we'll clean all this up, straighten it out. This is what I want to address. This is, to me, this is terrible. You know, it's seen better days. But as far as the frame horns and that, they're very good shape. There's no twist to them. A little dolling them out. Just the end here, and I'm pretty happy. Well, the front end, everything, and then the next part, what we're going to do, we're going to fix this part too. Like I said, that drives me nuts. Like I said, anybody can do this. All you got to do is just take your time, just think it over. I ain't no professional, I'll tell you that. It's just things I've just learned from here and there. And then we got to clean all this up and make sure it's nice and flat, and spray it with some etching primer or epoxy or something. Clean that up too, and then we're not done with spot welds yet. We got more to do. Because there's the donor piece. It's upside down, but you can see how it's much better shape. And that's what's going to go on. So, it was a part of the car we had, and it think it was crunched really bad in the back, but the front was very nice. So this is pretty, almost a three-piece. So and this is the part where we're talking about. We're going to switch, put that new panel on, and then now we got all the correct hole for the red, and at least this looks a lot neater. In my opinion, it's a lot neater. It's worth doing it. So,
well, I'm back, babies. So Derek and I cleaned, basically got rid of all the scrap stuff we didn't need. Drilled all the spot welds. That's basically the way it's going to sit on the car. So this is all, we just have to grind it down, straighten it up a bit, hammer and dolly it a bit. Same with on the car. Hammer and dolly all that straight, and then well, we'll have, yeah, then I guess the next part is pulling this off.
Yeah.
Cutting, well, drilling the spot welds along this seam there, and that comes off. Get rid of all this ugliness. Yeah, so that'll be our next spot, and yeah, clean all this up, and then start test fitting it. But there's enough lineup points where I'm not concerned about having it cocked and crooked or something like that. So yeah, so it's going somewhat good, and we'll show you, well, once we get this off. We're just doing the same thing, just drilling spot welds, chiseling it off. So yeah, we'll show you it once we get this off. We'll show you a bit, and then we'll show you us struggling to put this on after it's cleaned up, of course.
Yeah, and painted or whatever, some sort of a
painting, but.
Well, I would put when at the end we'll put a little bit of etching primer or something.
Yes, yes. I already got a metal sliver. Those bastards.
Ambulance?
Yeah, maybe. I already got scratched up, so.
Technic shot?
Yeah.
All right.
So Derek's just grinding where we have to drill spot welds, so then you can see them clearly. Otherwise you're well, not shooting in the dark, but drilling in the dark. Going by feel. This is a good way to show up. There. Still got to go down, but yeah, you get the. We had to pull these three bolts off. We might end up pulling that off. This is just a little bit of structure shield, I guess, but
piece of plastic.
Oh, plastic clip, broken one. But you get what we're doing. Okay, as you can see, drilled out all the spot welds, all on there, all in there. There even. So a little bit of prying with a screwdriver and it pops right off. Not mostly times not that easy, but that's still intact. So then the new piece should just go in there, sandwich in there. Just have to clean up some
And straighten that out.
straighten that out. Yeah, that's supposed to be up.
No, you drilled that out 100%. Hey, that's a good job in my book.
Yeah.
And we're not losing any structure doing this either.
Oh, we're actually fixing
The structure.
ugliness. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
fix this. This should be over here.
I wonder. You do that now? Drill that out, and that will clamp
Yeah.
it over.
We got the room, so I might as well do that now.
Okay.
Fix it. Okay, so we've test fitted it. It fits very, very nice. Just got it clamped there. We got it clamped there. And we also put back the 3 bolts. They lined up perfectly. I didn't have to screw with it. They're just in there loosely. But yeah, it fits a little bit different. Like these spot welds are a little bit higher than the original frame, which is fine. We'll deal with that. The frame, bottom frames fit perfectly. This fits good. This fits good. The only issue we have is this little indent that wasn't on this car that we got this front frame or front number off of. So it's a little bit different. So these spot welds, it's probably better to see them in the front. We can't weld them to the
Some of them we can.
yeah, some of them we can. So what we're gonna do is on this side, just bend a piece of sheet metal 90 degrees and just shrink it, stretch it so it goes in that curve, and weld it in there, and that'll be good. Yeah, because this car is what, a 62, and we think that this front end came off 63, 64-ish.
Right.
Somewhere around there. So slight difference. The hood, actually, funny thing is, the 62 had springs on it. The 63 or 64 did not. So I don't know if it was a lightweight car, but it lines up pretty good. There is still plenty of adjustment in there. It doesn't want to latch right now, but I think the bumperettes, the rubber bumpers on the hood just need to be adjusted. But the hood's lined up pretty much perfect with the cowl, and then we also lined the hood with the sides here, and it fits pretty good with this new side. So yeah, everything seemed to work pretty good. Just the spot welds are not perfect, but we're dealing with 2 sets of spot welds, the original spot welds and then the spot welds on the donor piece. So it's bound to not line, well, they're not going to line up from factory anyways. So, but otherwise, yeah, this fits. I don't have these nuts tightened, but the bolts fit in there perfectly. So just have to clean off all this tar and we'll start, can weld it up. But it's yeah, this piece is 100% not ripped, shredded like the original.
All that work just because of that.
Yep. And then we also found out, well, we welded this up, we bent that back into shape, welded it up. We found out this one, well, it has the same problem. Plus, I don't know if you can see it wiggling, but all the spot welds along the bottom of the frame are all been broken off. So we have to basically just push that up with a jack, drill new spot welds holes, and then weld it up. So we found that out. so that's good. But yeah, it's just a lot of welding up spot welds now and cleaning the tar off the sides to weld there. But it fits perfect. Very happy.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier than trying it, because the other one was crap here and crap. It was all cut out. So now our brand new rad that we got with the car is actually going to fit. We can actually bolt it in there. So yeah, so everything's good. Everything came up millhouse on this one. So I think we'll just start welding her up, I think. Yeah. Welding and a lot of grinding after. But it'll be worth it. It's easier than trying to fix the problems or we could have left the problems, but it just looked ugly. Even though
it came with it. If we didn't have part car for this,
yeah,
we never would have got into this car.
Yeah, we've got 2 parts cars that we can pull pieces off, so yeah. Okay, Derek's got this pretty much welded in. It's just rough welded in. As you can see here, there's lots grinding. He's got all this done. There's still holes down here. We got it's all tacked in. We just got to fill in those holes. Here we didn't, as I was saying before, because of the gap, but I made this little piece in there. All it is bend a piece of 90 degrees and stretched it a little bit, give it a little bit of contour with this. Put that in there, and that solves all your, or most of them. It just has to be hammered in, but and then we'll have to grind off this tar and then just spot weld that, and no one's gonna see it. It just makes that stronger so you don't have blobs, and easier to weld. So I think that's that was the old piece. That was rat crap. So out with the old, in with the new, or the used, I should say. So I think we'll stop this video here. We'll leave it here. The next one I think we'll probably do on this, we'll start pressure washing this and maybe sand it. Get rid of all this excess crap that we, like this wiring, who knows what the heck that is. Get rid of this box, we probably won't need it. Get rid of this box. Get rid of all this extra wiring that doesn't go anywhere, that I have no idea what it is, and yeah, just or degrease it, pressure wash it. Then we'll figure if we're gonna paint it. We'll just do a scuff, and then figure if we're gonna paint it body color. We don't know what body color we're making this, or paint it black, paint it white. I don't know. We'll figure that out maybe on the next video. But I think, yeah, we'll end it here. So if you like this, always subscribe, leave comments, tell your friends, and all that jazz. And yeah, we'll start pumping them out on this thing, hopefully. Hopefully we'll find a motor soon and slap it in. We're not going crazy, just something 302 stockish. Hopefully don't even have to tear it apart. So that's what we're looking for right now. So thanks for watching and all that stuff. See ya next week.